welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little bell next to it so you don't miss out on notifications for two reasons. I am currently live streaming every day in the month of December, so I'm doing it for at least 30 minutes a day. So we're going to be doing giveaways, beauty reviews, beauty hauls, chit chats, just talking, hanging out. I'm really excited. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of that. So today we are actually going to be doing a first impressions on Becca Cosmetics, and I've got four things. I've got the primer, I've got the Becca highlighter, I have a Becca blush, and then I also have the Becca foundation. So I'm super excited. So if you don't know what a first impressions is, how many times can I say I'm super excited? But I actually really am. These are like some of my favorite types of videos to film, because essentially what you do is I show you myself putting the makeup on. I give you like my first thoughts as I'm putting it on, and then I check in with you throughout the day to see how the makeup wears. And I feel like that is just the true test of any makeup product, is to see how it wears throughout the day. So that's why I love filming these. Disclaimer, I'm super oily, so everything we're trying out, well, most of them are for like mattifying products, like the primer's mattifying and the foundation is mattifying, and I heard that these two together are supposed to be like really long wearing, so I'm excited. So I'm gonna put the product on, and then I'll check in with you throughout the day to see how it wears. So we're gonna go back in time to me putting on this makeup. I did film the eye look, but it's for an Instagram tutorial, so if you want to see how I achieve this eye look, I'll link my Instagram down below. Make sure to follow me there. I post new makeup looks all the time. So don't want to ramble. Make sure to subscribe, and let's go back into time and me putting this on. All right, so let's get started with the primer. I'm going to do half of my face with primer and half without, so we can see how the foundation wears. So we're going to start Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. As I mentioned probably in the intro, I have used this, but I've never used it with the foundation, so I'm excited to see how they both work. And I'll do a close-up of this. This is what it looks like. It's a very silicone-y. Does this have silicone in it? I'm pretty sure it does. It has to, because it feels very silicone-y, and it's white, and it squeezes out. This is what it looks like, and I'll show you a close-up. I put way too much. Oh, God. And it's just white, and then it goes on clear. So I'm going to put that on this side of the face. Let me get my mirror here. So I'm going to put that on the right side of my face. And it just feels like a nice gel. That's all it feels like. And then when you put it onto the skin, it kind of feels tacky, which I like. It feels a little sticky, but then it dries down. You don't even feel it. I feel like my skin soaks it up really fast. All right, primer done on this side of the face. Like I said, it felt tacky at first, like 2 seconds later, and it's just totally absorbed into the skin, which I really like. So primer's on that side, so let's go in with the foundation. So this is the Ever Matte Shine Proof Foundation in Sienna. And so let's see what it says. An unmatched matte finish, long wearing, medium coverage foundation. For extra matte effect, use with Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector for 12-hour shine control. Suitable for normal to oily skin. I'm really oily, so we will see. This is what the outside of the packaging looks like, and I'll show you a close-up of it. And it kind of looks, it's the same exact packaging as the primer. And how much do you get here? This is 1.35 fluid ounces, and so is the primer. They look exactly alike, same packaging and everything. So let's just go ahead and put this on. I'm going to use one of my favorite foundation brushes. This is the Real Techniques foundation brush. Love this, drugstore, one of my favorite brushes. I'll link it down below. So I'm going to put some of it on my arm. That's what it looks like, medium coverage. So remember, this is the side with no primer. This is the side with primer. So foundation is on. I have to say, a little bit did not go a long way. I feel like I had to use 3 or 4 squeezes to get my full face. So it definitely is medium coverage. You do have to build it up if you want a full coverage look. I tend to like full coverage, so I had to use about 3 full squeezes out of this. So that's kind of a lot, but it does look really matte already. But most foundations on me always look really matte at first, but it looks more matte than usual. So I don't know if that makes sense, but it just looks really clean, nice coverage. I just don't like that I had to use so much of it. So I don't know how long this would last me, like if I used it pretty frequently. I feel like I could run through this a lot because I like full coverage. But if you don't like full coverage, you probably wouldn't have used as much as I did. But I like the coverage. It looks really matte already. It is buildable, but it definitely is medium coverage. It's not full coverage. So we will see. It says it's supposed to wear for 12 hours. So I'll leave it on all day and we'll find out if that's true. So let's move on. Actually, I'm going to do my concealer off screen and then I'll come back because we're going to do highlight and then we'll do the blush from Becca. So I'll be right back. All right, so I'm filming another video, so I'm like switching back and forth because I'm filming a YSL Touche Éclat concealer first impressions. So that video is up. I'll link it down below. Make sure to go check that out. So I put that on, so check that video out. This video is not about this one, but that's why I did this off camera because that's a separate video. So let's see, we've got the concealer, we've got the foundation on, so let's go in with highlight. So this is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector pressed in Topaz, and I'll show you a close-up of this one. I really like that it comes with this nice sized mirror, and then there is the highlight, really pretty. I'll show you a close-up of it. I've worn this many times, but I've never worn it with this primer, I don't think. And I've never worn it with foundation. So I'm just excited to see how they all wear together because I've never worn all these together. Remember the foundation, this is the first time I've ever tried the foundation. So I'm excited to see how they all wear together. But if you've never tried Becca's highlighters, please go try them. They're so nice. They're just beautiful, really pigmented. They go on well. I know some people complain that they can be like a little chunky because there are like little specks, little tiny specks of glitter. So if you're not into that, you may not like it. But I really like it and I just blend it out really nicely. So I'm just going to take this Luxie 512 brush. I think this came in a subscription box. I'm just going to pack on the highlighter. You guys don't see I'm like really dipping my brush in there. Let's just pack it on because why not? All right, so highlighter is on. I really packed it on because I want to see how it wears throughout the day. So I put on a lot of highlight. I put it on the bridge of my nose and here. So now let's go in with this blush. So this is the Becca Mineral Blush in Lantana, I think. And it says it's a delicate powder blush infused with microfine minerals that deliver a soft glow. So I was actually shocked by how small this is, guys. Like, it may not look that small on camera, but look. This is the highlighter, and this is the blush. I don't know why it's so small, and this thing was not affordable. This was like 32 bucks. So if I don't like it, I'm definitely returning it. So it's coming up as like a soft orange color on camera because my lights are kind of washing it out, but it's definitely a little bit brighter than what it's coming up as on camera. So I'm just going to dip my brush in there, tap off the excess, and let's get it on. All right, so it looks really nice. I like how it's just like a warm flush of color and it's not too overpowering. I feel like it is really buildable. If I wanted to put a lot more, I could. I'm gonna put a little bit more just because we're gonna be wearing this all day and I really wanna see how it wears throughout the day. So I'm actually packing on a lot. You see I have a lot of highlighter on there and a lot of blush just because I wanna see how this really wears. But I think it's nice. When I first saw it, I was like, I'm returning it. It's too small, but I actually do like it. I like the warmth of color it adds, and I like that it's buildable, and I actually like the color on my skin tone. So I packed on a lot, but I'm doing that. I'm packing on a lot because I really want to see how it wears, if it wears off, if it stays. So far I like it. So far I really like everything I put on, actually. The primer feels nice. The foundation feels good. I already know I really like this highlight, but I want to see if it lasts longer throughout the day with the primer. Because here's the thing, guys. When you're really oily like I am, honestly, I'm tired of like actually getting fed up with highlighters, because when you're already oily, you already have a glow, and then when you pack on a lot of highlighter, you can kind of just look like a sweaty, glowy mess. So I've actually been staying a little bit away from highlighters, so I'm excited to see if it stays like this all day, because so far I really like my look. I like the way it turned out. So remember, this is the side with the primer, this is the side without. Current time is 3:07 p.m. I usually start these a little earlier in the day, but I've just been busy. So I'm going to leave this on as long as possible. We're going to have this on at least 7 hours, so at least till 10 p.m. I'll probably keep it on till midnight if I can stay awake. Yeah, so that's what we'll do, and I will check in with you throughout the day, and we will see how this wears. But first impressions, I really like everything. I feel like the primer even made my concealer go on even smoother. So 3 o'clock, 3:07, I'll check in with you soon. Bye. Okay, and I'm back. Current time, 6:17 p.m. So I've had this on for about 3 hours. So I thought it'd be a good time to do a check-in. So everything still looks good to me. Blush is still there. Remember, this is the side with primer. This is the side without. Blush still looks good. Highlight looks good. I'm as zoomed in as I can get you. So this is as close as I can get you. Everything is still there. Like, the coverage is still good. I just started getting a little shiny. Like about 10-15 minutes ago. I'd say it's a lot more shiny on this side, the side without. Well, I don't know. They're both kind of shiny. See, this is what I'm talking about highlight. Remember how it looked really, really matte and just shiny and a little bit dewy, but once my oils start coming through, it just starts looking greasy. So where I put the cheek highlight and where I put the nose highlight, it just looks really greasy. So it's just hard when you're oily and you want to use a highlight. You just have to balance it. But the coverage is still there. Lipstick's gone, eyelashes are gone because I ate dinner and I just wanted them off. The lipstick just came off. That's a MAC lipstick, but I'm really impressed so far. I like it. I mean, coverage is still there. Usually foundation breaks up for me right here. It starts there and it moves its way up. I don't know why, but coverage is still good. Blush is still on. Highlight's still on. So we're doing still good. Pretty good. I'm getting a little oily, but it's not too crazy, so I'm just going to keep leaving this on all night, and I'll check back in with you in a couple hours. Okay, I know I look different in every shot in this video, but I actually fell asleep. I don't even know what time it is. It's actually 12 o'clock, so I wanted to do this last update before I completely pass out. I took my hair off, so I was like, I'm just going to get on camera and do this before I go to bed. So final update. So 12, so we're at like 9 hours, 8.5, 9 hours, 9 hours actually. I really like this stuff, guys. Like, the foundation is still everywhere. Now, like I said, I just fell asleep, so I took a nap. So on this side, I'm missing some blush, but this is because this is the side like I tried to sleep like this with my head up, but I woke up and my face was like smashed on the pillow. So this side is missing some blush, but the side that I didn't sleep on without the primer, blush and highlight is still there. I have you as zoomed in as I can get you. So I'm thinking the only reason this doesn't have blush is because that's where I slept, but there's still some highlight. And I definitely prefer the side with the primer. It's a lot less shiny. Like this side, you can see where we didn't put primer, a lot more shiny, especially on the T-zone, but everywhere it's just shiny. And the pores are a lot larger and you can see a lot more texture. The side with the primer, really good. It's a little shiny, but not as bad as this one. So I love this. Especially if you are oily, I would highly recommend these two together. Now it says it's for normal to oily skin, but honestly, I feel like if you were normal, this might be too mattifying. This might be a little drying. I don't know. It says it's for normal to oily skin. I know for oily skin like myself, it's great because it just started getting super oily like this, I want to say like 2 hours ago. So that's really good for me. A lot of foundations do not even last that long. So I really like everything I tried out. Remember how I said I was thinking about giving back the blush, but even the side without the primer, the blush is still there. So that's awesome. So everything I tried, I really like the foundation. On days where I need my makeup to last all day, I will continue to use this stuff. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm really happy. So those are my final thoughts. I'll keep using it, and let me know if you want to see an update video, but I really like it. Blush, foundation, primer, and highlight. Thumbs up for me. So that's it. I'm going to go rinse this stuff off and go to bed. I will see you next time, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.